Good morning, all. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome to my YouTube channel. I am your friendly neighborhood goth girl, the real Cass Perry, and we are going to have another one of our wonderful Reddit videos today. We are going to be digging into some stories from a few different pages, and this is going to be fun. So our first one is from r-nightmare roommates, and it is called Don't Be Roommates with Best Friends. So let's take a look. This says, "Hello everyone. I just wanted to share my experience with my roommates. You see, they have been my friends for a very long time now. I thought everything would work out well living together, but it turns into hell. See, one of the main issues is how loud it was because these girls had no sense of respect to keep their voices down when I was there." Okay, that kind of sucks. "It was quite loud on a daily basis, and every time that I spoke a little bit loud, one of them shushes me. Why was it wrong for me to be a little bit loud when they have been loud the entire year? They would also bring guests, and they will stay until 12 a.m., which is ridiculous because I would go to bed at that time. So I talked to the RA to see if I could switch rooms, and they would deny me, and said that we should hold a meeting to make rules. So that's what we did, but they started breaking them after a while, which was very frustrating, and I can't change rooms now because we are almost done with the quarter. But I'm very disappointed in Liza because I told her many times that I don't think we will be compatible to continue living together, and I was right. Since the problems came back again, so disappointed with the UCLA system and how they handled this situation. Honestly, these are not your friends. I don't know how to tell you this, OP, but they're not respecting your boundaries. They're not respecting you as a person. They aren't respecting your sleep schedule. They're literally telling you that you're not allowed to have fun when all that they do is have fun. Like, you're not even allowed to, like, raise your voice a little bit. I raise my voice every time I get excited about something. It's probably an issue for a lot of different people, but at the end of the day, it's a them problem. Look, I don't know what to tell you other than just try your best to make sure that you are not rooming with them next year. And then see if you can, and if you are, then see if you can switch rooms, like, immediately, because you already know how this is going to go. Go to the head office and explain it to them. Oh my. Alright, our next episode is from r-would I be the a-hole public. Am I the a-hole for not hiring my husband's son to work at my bakery? Let's find out. Short version, got with hubby 6 months after he called off his wedding to his baby mama. Baby mama thought that I was the mistress and told everyone that I and hubby were shunned. His family and her didn't let me figure in hubby's son with mama, so we aren't close. As hubby's son still believes that I broke up his parents' marriage, he now wants to work at my bakery. Wait, what? Short version, got with hubby 6 months after he called off his wedding to his baby mama. Baby mama thought that I was the mistress and told everyone, and I and hubby were shunned. His family and her didn't let me be a figure in hubby's son with baby mama's life, so we aren't close, as hubby's son still believes that, okay, I broke up his parents' marriage, and he now wants to work at my bakery, but I don't want to hire him since we don't get along. Am I the a-hole? Long backstory ahead. My husband Russell and I met when we were 7. We were childhood friends and then lovers. I know, it's hilarious. By the time we were 10 to 14, things ended when I had to live with my dad in San Francisco, and we pretty much lost contact. We met again at 22 when I moved back to Texas. He already had a kid, John, with his ex-fiancée Lori. We fell in love again and started dating. I don't know where it started, but Lori began to believe that I was his mistress since I had gotten with him 6 months after he called off their wedding. She went on to spread rumors to any and everyone probably who would listen, and his family believed her and shunned me out. Poor thing. Russell did try to set the record straight, but his mom said that she would never accept me in her family. And she and I needed to understand that Lori was very clear that she didn't want me to be a part of John's life at all. Didn't want me to be a figure at all, just be Russell's wife-girlfriend. Okay. After that, I really couldn't care less, just focused on my relationship with Russell. We got married and had to do it in a courtroom since his family wouldn't show up. And I don't have a family outside of him and our kids. But we made the best of our wedding, and I loved every part of it. Well, that's good, OP. I'm glad that you guys are happy at least. Kinda sucks for his ex because she's kinda having a little bit of a crazy thing go on, but whatever. His family did try to come around when Russell and I started having kids, but they would make snide comments at me and him, and we've now have minimal contact with them. And that is probably a good idea if they're just stressing you out. My relationship with John is really strained. He believes that I broke up their parents' marriage and doesn't interact with me when he comes over. I don't mind since he's a good brother to my kids, and that's all that matters. I own a pretty bakery in our city. Aw, a pretty bakery? That's cute. I own a pretty bakery in our city and have 2 locations. I hire mostly close friends and my kids to work there. They get paid well, don't worry. I didn't hire John since I don't know him, and I'm not close with him, which is why this whole problem started. John is getting ready to go to college and needs a job during his gap year to save up money. I don't know why my husband is paying for his whole college tuition and he would be staying with his aunt in the city the college is in. He asked me if I could hire him, and I told him no because I was fully staffed, and he said okay, and I thought that that was that. Well, it wasn't. Since he told his mom and mother... Excuse me. Well, it wasn't, since he told my mom and his... Well, it wasn't, since he told his mom and my mother-in-law and my husband what happened. My mother-in-law demanded that I hire him since it's a family business. Excuse me? Again, I said no. My husband is on my side since it's my business at the end of the day, and I get to call the shots. John's mom and my mother-in-law have been blowing up my phone with some other family members, all calling me the asshole. Am I the a-hole? I don't want to hire him. I don't know him, and we don't get along. Don't think that it would be a good employee-owner relationship. You know what? I completely understand that, especially with the fact that you already know that this person doesn't get along with you. Like, they flat out don't like you. And then they're, like, demanding a job of you. Why? Because they think that you owe them something? No. It's kind of ridiculous. Like, why are you demanding anything of anyone? How do I inform 29 male, this woman 29F, that she's... Oh gosh. This one is from r-relationship advice, and I don't know why it caught my attention in the first place, but let's check it out. I am in a peculiar situation. This woman that we call Rachel is under the impression that we are in a relationship. This has been going on for 4 years now. I have never asked her to be my girlfriend, but there was a miscommunication at some point. Now, I won't lie. I played into it a lot, and I shouldn't have. I did all the couple things that couples do, but I never asked her to be my girlfriend at all, or refer to her as my girlfriend. I didn't stop her from calling me her boyfriend or wanting to celebrate our anniversary. In my mind, however, I was single. So, when I hear her ask about marriage or moving in together, it makes no sense. I figured she would one day realize that I never officially asked her, and then realize it before things got out of hand, but she never did. Everything was fine until about a month ago. I met this beautiful woman. There's this food truck that isn't far from my house. I asked for her number, and we have hit it off. Oh God. Things are getting serious, and I'm going to ask her to be my girlfriend soon, but before I do that, I need to address the elephant in the room with Rachel. Edit, for clarification purposes, I was wrong. I'm remorseful and disgusted with my actions. I know people think that I'm not remorseful, but that's not true at all. What I did was disgusting. Yes, sir, yes it was. Because you're leading this poor girl on, and she thinks that it's something else, and you're literally treating her as though... No, buddy. You're a monster. And honestly, I sincerely hope that the food truck girl, the pretty lady that you met, reads this and realizes that it's her and decides to never speak to you again, and that Rachel decides to never speak to you again, and that every single woman in your entire life reads this post and decides to never speak to you again, because that is awful. That is terrible. And what kind of delusional asshole actually thinks that they can put this up here, like, they can do all of this, and then put this up here, and then somehow think that people are going to agree with them and give them advice. No, the first thing that you have to do is apologize to that poor girl that you've been leading on and explain to her that it isn't what she thinks it is, because you never did that in the first place. Sure, you never explicitly asked her out, you never explicitly said, oh, we're together, but you've still been acting like you are, and you let her believe that, and you didn't address it sooner. All of this is your own doing. God, somebody should cross-post this onto Am I the Devil? Ugh. Anyways, that is sadly all of the time that we have for this morning. I love you guys. Please like the video if you like the video. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. If you don't like the video, then please dislike the video, but please tell me why you dislike the video down in the comments. Anyways, thank you so much. I love you. Bye-bye. Mwah.